everybody! Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyers guy, and welcome to another edition of Timmy's Nostalgic Showcase. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about one of the best toys during the summer, and that toy was the Super Soaker. The Super Soaker was a toy that 80s and 90s kids used to play with when they were little. When I was a kid, I had a couple of Super Soakers, and I really enjoyed these things. They were so much fun to play with, just shooting people with them and having water gun wars with other kids. It was amazing. These things are incredible. This is the first original model. I don't know if it's the original model, but this is what the original Super Soaker looked like. They had these kinds of Super Soakers, and they had them. They had the mini Super Soakers as well. When I was a kid, I had many water guns, but not one as powerful as the Super Soaker. I'm telling you, these things are amazing. When I was a kid, my dad bought me my first Super Soaker, and I was playing with that all day in the summer. A couple years later, couple years later, couple years later, couple years later, a couple years later, in the summer of 1998, I went to MDA camp. And they were in, one of the things a lot of people used to do at this camp is the counselors and the campers used to get into a Super Soaker war, and they would shoot Super Soakers at each other. And I saw this one guy, he had like one of those Super Soakers. He had the one that it has the attachment on your back. And that thing looked pretty cool. And I remember one time they were having some kind of fair at the summer camp, like a kind of carnival thing, and I won a Super Soaker there. It was the one thing that I was able to win a Super Soaker. Unfortunately, I might have left my Super Soaker at the campground, so unfortunately I never took it home with me. I kind of forgot it, and I kind of forgot about it later. But these things are amazing. Like, if you needed to cool off, a Super Soaker was the best thing to use to cool off. These things were incredible. Like, seriously. I remember a couple times getting screwed with a Super Soaker. And when you get hit in a certain spot, if the lawyer hits you really fast, it can hurt. It can hurt. Believe me, it happened to me once. And I remember it hurt, but I said to myself, it's worth it. I need to get cooled off. So I got cooled off. So, in a way, the Super Soaker was a very innovative water gun. And it blew any water gun out of the water. Because this thing was incredible. It had so many different kinds of Super Soakers. So a wide variety of different Super Soakers. Well, and one year, they tried to implement an action figure called the Super Soaker Man. It did not catch on. Nobody gave a crap about it. The only thing the kids gave a crap about was the Super Soaker itself, not an action figure. People wanted the Super Soaker. These things were incredible. And I remember just playing with these and just, having such a good time with these. And these are truly a really fun toy to play with in the summer. If you don't feel like going swimming and you're not able to get in the pool, these things are the best bet to get wet. So I honestly think that the Super Soaker is truly the superior water gun back in the day, and I think it is still today, because I think they still make Super Soakers today. Guys, thank you for joining me here on Timmy's Nostalgia Showcase. In this week's edition, I talked about the Super Soaker. I don't really know what I'm going to do for the next episode. We'll just have to see what it's going to be. But I'm happy I can come on here and talk about the Super Soaker. One of the most funnest water guns I've ever played with as a kid. I'll never forget these things. These were a big part of my childhood.
The Super Soaker 50. Just pump up our powerful air pressure system, and you can soak someone up to 50 feet away. The Super Soaker 50 from Laramie. Also available Thunder Flash and Super Soaker Wing Thing. Each sold separately.
He needs to sink this pot for all the money. Talk about pressure.
That's not pressure, this is pressure! The Super Soaker CPS Constant Pressure System. The CPS 1000 packs a full force blast from first shot to last. The 1500's dual nozzles let you control the stream. CPS delivers more water further and faster with less pumps than the original Super Soaker. Now that's pressure! Nice shot! The Super Soaker CPS 1000 and 1500 each sold separately. The pressure is on!